Namaste everyone. Today I'm going to talk about Mercury shadow period. Now, as you all know, that Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year, and before that retrograde he starts to slow down, usually 2 weeks prior. If you get your calendar and you do this, what I did, you could label the stages of Mercury retrograde. And the first stage is that he starts to slow down, okay, the yellow phase, and the effect is very subtle and you probably won't pick up the details that he's slowing down. However, when Mercury is at stage 2, the green stage right here, you could start feeling that something's about to pop up, and your internet might get slow. You might drop your phone, but yet it doesn't break. You might have a little argument with someone, yet it doesn't fully manifest into something big. You might think you did something, but then you remember and it's not a big deal. But then it happens. Then Mercury goes retrograde, which is represented by the pink. And I highlighted all the Mercury retrogrades in pink. And then I highlighted when it goes direct in the green, because it does pick up speed. It takes a little while for Mercury to pick up speed. It just doesn't. After Mercury retrograde, don't expect things to get better. Because when Mercury changes gear, you kind of feel like your body's been pulled forward, you know? And then the situations that we're repeating, they tend to repeat one more time, okay, till Mercury passes the shadow period completely. Now, during the Mercury retrograde, your nervous system might break down too, because Mercury rules the nervous system. Gemini is the ruler of the nervous system in the body. And in Chinese traditional medicine, Mercury rules the stomach, because Gemini rules the stomach. So you have to be really careful what you eat during this time, because what you eat will affect your nervous system and might affect the way you're acting. Okay, and it might be a really good time to eat food that's grounding, like carrots and potatoes. You might also want to drink some chamomile tea, and you might want to do some grounding techniques like yoga or tai chi or just walking barefoot, you know, so your nervous system could, you know, ease down. Because once Mercury starts to go slow, your body, okay, in an energetic form is not picking up, you know, that energy. It starts to slow down in the way it works, and it starts to malfunction. All right, and that's when you start to get nervous, and you start to think quicker, and you start getting faster thoughts, and you get this mania. And it's because your body is not synced with your nervous system, because your nervous system has stalled. Now, Mercury rules the nervous system, so when Mercury slows down, the nervous system tends to malfunction. Now, depending on what sign it falls in, it gives you a different symptom. For example, we have Mercury in Taurus now going retrograde pretty soon. So what the symptoms it's going to give you is going to be very physical symptoms, because Taurus is a very physical sign. Okay, for those people that are sensitive, that's the kind of effect that they will experience. If it's retrograding in Cancer, then they might get a little bit more emotional. All right. Also, the house that it falls in, it gives you a clue of what area of life will be affected the most. For example, if Taurus falls in your 7th house, you might have difficulty with your spouse or with someone you have some sort of partnership with. So I hope this video helped, and I hope you guys start to, you know, highlight, you know, the Mercury transits, because they're very important, and it actually gives you a sense of relief knowing that it's just, you know, Mercury retrograde, and it will just pass. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and namaste.